Twende kazi. What's up? Amazing good people from wherever you are watching us from. We are in yet again with a new video on YouTube and a new video on TikTok. On TikTok we are called Decibel Audio Kenya. YouTube same name, Decibel Audio Kenya. Facebook, Instagram, Decibel Audio Kenya. We want to bring you amazing content. We are your favorite shop, Decibel Audio Kenya. We are located at the junction of Luthuli Avenue and Kamai Road in Mombasa, Safka Plaza, opposite Baraka Estate along Bamburi Estate. We have a variety of instruments. We have music instruments ranging from guitars, from violins to all wind instruments. We have public address systems. We have massive sound systems. We have lighting systems, plenty of stage lighting systems. We have guitars. We have, name it, amplifiers, everything, microphones that you need. Favorite shop, Decibel Audio Kenya. So without further ado, we want to continue with the videos that we have been doing each and every single day. People always ask us questions and we are willing and we are really here to answer those questions. So today we want to talk about what we call distortion. We want to talk about what we call clipping, and we want to know what clipping really is and what distortion really is, and what are the dangers of distorted dirty sound, what are the effects into your amplifiers, into your mixers, into your processors, and what is the effect that can really happen to your speakers as well. So without further ado, let me introduce the word clipping. Clipping, you will find this word in so many, if not all, the processors, the mixers, and the amplifiers, and at times even the powered speakers that you use. So you're going to see that thing called clipping, that word written clipping, and normally it happens when you have overdone a frequency, when the signal has been pushed towards the highest end and it's beyond the capacity that a processor, a mixer, an amplifier, or a speaker can take, then it's going to clip. So normally you're going to find indicators rating from -30, -20, 0 dBs, +2, +4. Then finally you see something called clipping. So clipping, Wanga just passed. That's Wanga. I'll be introducing these people one by one. When they pass, I tell you who they are. That's just a by the way. So you are going to find clipping after the signal has gone beyond the capacity that it's able actually to come out as a clear sound. Now it's going to be distortion, and distortion is dangerous. I'll tell you what distortion really can do and what it really does and where it comes from. So what causes this clipping? Where does this clipping come from? Normally clipping will come from distorted sound. So if your phone, if your laptop, if whatever DJ machines you are using have been pushed too much in terms of gain, in terms of too much frequencies that are not clean and clear, then you're going to have dirty sound, and dirty sound is going to cause clipping. So you have very clean indicators from the mixers. You can see we have a clipping right over here. Even on your phone, sometimes on your laptops, whenever you're going to go past 0 dBs, you'll always see something called clipping. And let me just show you clipping practically on the mixer. That's why we are here today. We want to show you what clipping is and what it does. All right, so I'll put some music on my phone. So from my phone now you can see the indicators on the mixer. So the volume of my phone is at 0 dBs, but if I increase the volume from my phone, as you can see right over here, can you see the indicators? Can you see the pitching clip on the channel number 2? Willie, can you see it? That's TikTok. Bobo J is the one in charge of YouTube. Can you see the clipping? You can see it. So if I reduce the volume from my phone, automatically the clipping goes, because the volume is now at around +2 dB or so. If I reduce the intensity of or the amount of volume from Kabaka, I'll be introducing you guys. Kabaka just passed. So that's Kabaka. Kabaka is in charge of transport. So if I reduce the amount of volume from the phone or from the laptop, then automatically you realize that the recipient, which is the console or the mixing console, automatically the indicators comes down. So let me tell you something about these lights. Just as in traffic lights, green means go, amber or yellow means you can go, but just make sure you are the last person on the line so you can just go, and then red means stop. So green is very safe. Then when we push the signal a bit more, you're going to see amber, which is looks like yellow. Depends with how you see colors. And then finally we all know red. Red means danger, it means clipping, it means distortion, it means bad sound, it means you're going to blow everything out, and it means that you're going to visit Decibel to come and buy new machines. So that's what red means. So you can see from that's number one. Number two factor that you can see from now clipping sound is your gain. So your gain is also another danger. So you can have, like now I have 0 dBs on my phone, but you can see where my gain is. My gain is somewhere between -20 and -40. But if I start increasing the volume from the gain, you see what happens? You already see amber. So amber is the yellow color, and when I do it one more time, you see clipping, the picking here. Picking means that you are beyond the capacity that channel should provide, and you can already see the amber is already so up. And if I do it one more time, you see we have clipping going on. Right? So right now what's happening, because the channel have gone all the way, Kabaka, you can pass again. All right. So because the signal has flown all the way to the amplifiers, and I have no speakers connected. So let me show you something practically. When the gains are too high, when the gain is too high, so I think the song is almost coming to an end. So let me replay it one more time. Let me play it one more time. There we go. So when I have clipping on the mixer, the clipping is also on the equalizer, as you can see, and the clipping is almost here. So it's not there yet, but yeah, it's there. Okay, it's there. I'm told by Willie it's there, and automatically you see what really happens. Yeah? So that's what happens. So what's happening right now is that you are overdoing the frequencies. So that's number two possible cause of clipping, when you are overdoing something called the gain. All right. Then number three is when you have customer just pass. So that's a customer. Today I'm going to introduce everybody. So when you have a dirty machine, so a machine that is very dirty, sometimes you are going to have the free movement of your sliders is not there. All right, you've used your machine for a very long time. The braking and the friction on your sliders can also cause a distortion. It will act as a form of a short as well, and that one will cause distortion as well. Okay, or the clipping sometimes of those signals. So clipping and distortion are members of one evil family. So anybody evil, that is your lineage. Okay, those are your ancestors, clipping and distortion. Another source of distortion is when you have a short on your cables along the cables from the spec-on, where the spec-on is picking the signal from the amplifier all the way to inside the speaker. So you might have a short between the spec-on and the spec-on, or the connectors that are connecting the amplifier and the speakers, or still you might have a short inside the speaker. So if you have any of short, what is a short? It's where a negative and a positive terminal come in contact to each other. When a wire, even a single wire from your speaker cable or from whatever signal you are using, if it's crossing over to the other, either positive or negative, then you're going to have a short, or where they come and attach to each other, or where there is not sufficient flow into the right direction of the currencies, then you're going to have something called a short. Normally, the best operation is called an AC currency, right? That one is too deep. I'll not go into the meaning of what AC really does, but AC is what really runs these machines. So when you see the vibrating of your speaker up and down, normally very clean, very clear, is because the current is an AC current. But when you have overdone the AC current and is not able to give any more as per the requirement or as per the handling capacity, it automatically changes itself to something called a DC current. So a DC current is noise, is distortion, and is bad. Automatically it brings heating up of what I showed you yesterday. The capacitors, the components on your motherboard, they start to heat up and they start producing very bad distorted sound, and that distorted sound starts now to bring up heat on your amplifiers, heat on whatever, and automatically, if you're not lucky, you will end up blowing all your components. So what's the best way? How do we solve these issues? We have had Then number 3, before I forget, mismatch of amplifiers and speakers. If the amplifier is too small in terms of capacity and the load unto which it's serving is bigger than its capacity, then automatically, because we said an amplifier is a slave, it's going to attempt, break down, then come back again. There's something called a relay. So it comes, then it breaks down, comes back again. So that's the release and the attack of when it's free and it's able to go, it releases. Then when it's too much heat, too much distortion, it attempts to protect the amplifier by switching itself off. But because we said an amplifier is a slave, it will not switch itself off without your permission. So it believes that you know what you are doing. So if you don't know what you are doing, then it's just going to get burned out and it's going to be blown and it's going to burn all your speakers. So when the mismatch of the load is too much, or when the mismatch is there, actually when the load from the speakers is too much compared to the watts that the amplifier can serve, then automatically you're going to get something called, after trying to gain all the AC currents and it's not able to do that, and it's a slave, it's going to try itself now to move from AC to DC. And when it comes to DC currents, then automatically you risk a danger of burning your speakers or blowing your speakers or blowing the amplifier itself, and sometimes even reversing the short into these other components. So that is number 3 reason why you see distortion on your amplifiers and clipping sometimes. And we also have amplifiers that will even warn you more. They'll tell you protect. So when an amplifier is telling you protect, it's either the heat is too much, either there's distortion, or either there's something not so well running in the circuit. All right. Another number 4, let me just give you the 4th one. Then these other ones I'll give you when you come to the shop. I can't give you everything. Yeah, I'm giving you too much information, and some of you are not coming here. But that's just by the way. We give free information. Whether you come, we are going to appreciate. Or if you go to your shops where you buy them as well, if they give you good things, then we are also it's okay with that. So when you have amplifiers on for a very long time, or these mixers or whatever processors on for a very long time, then they overheat. And if the fans are not doing their job, or sometimes they do their job, but no, these machines are sometimes tired. So you can't use these machines for a very long time, especially when the balance is not really good. All right. So when they overheat, sometimes it's good to cool them down, let them cool down, then you continue. If you're using them, especially for long hours, for many days, make sure sometimes you put them on a break. This is a word of advice. You would rather have a big amplifier serving a small speaker. You are more safe that way than having a small amplifier serving a big speaker. Right? That's because the amplifier is able to drive as per the requirement or as per the demand of the speaker. It's also dangerous to some point, because if you overdo the amplifier again and the speaker is too small, then you might also burn up. But it's more advisable to have, the best advice is to have a match or slightly above in terms of power, but you would rather have a big amplifier and a smaller requirement in terms of watts from the speaker. So how do we stop this clipping? Number 1, don't overdo the volumes from your phone, from your laptops, from your DJ machines. Don't overdo the gains, the volumes. Number 1. Number 2, this is not your friend. Gain is never your friend. So always start your signals from 0. Put all these gains on 0. Not actually on 0, because 0 is 0 dBs. Put them on the lowest end, that is minus something, minus 20, minus 30, depending with your mixer or depending with whatever you are using. Put them on the lowest end. Then make your signal indicators your friend. Just see if it's green, if it's amber or red. Anything green, you're always safe. So what do you do if you don't have sufficient power, if you don't have sufficient output coming out? What do you do? This is what you do. So let me put back my music one more time. There we go. So I have my signal. Do I have it? No. I have it now. Yes, I have it now. So you see, the signal is very small, so you are going to have very small output coming out. Actually, we have no indicators on the amplifier, meaning the signal is very low. Why? because we have zero gain on the mixer. So what do? We can put the slider up just a bit. Okay, so this is the volume slider. We can make sure it's at least 0 dBs. Okay, so you start seeing signal. So the signal is not so bad right now, but we still don't have maybe sufficient from there or from here. Okay, so what do you do next? Make sure the balances of your like now we have 0 dBs here, so which is quite good. Okay, so that signal as we speak is very, very clean. This is called minor. Pass again. Right, so if you have clear sound coming from your phone or from your laptop, then you translate the same from your sound system or your mixer or whatever you are using. Then you have an equalizer like mine, and the balancing, this is just an assumption of the balancing. We've not done any form of balancing there, and the balancing is okay. Then here's the advice. You have the right to do as much as you want here, because an equalizer is just going to increase the volume of a clear sound. Same as the crossover, same as the amplifier. All these are slaves because they are picking from somewhere. They are picking the signals from somewhere. If they are not the originators of the sound, then you have the capacity to put them as much, not really as much as you want. So never really do anything apart from the amplifier. Never make it go to the maximum possible level ever. But you can at least go to, we didn't sum up. What do we have? What do we have somewhere there? Yeah, plus 12. Okay, plus 12 I think is the maximum. So you can do plus 11, plus 10 there. It's okay. You're going to have very clear sound. Then they're going to come into your crossover. I'm not telling you the functions today. We'll do this video maybe tomorrow, where we are going to tell you what these things do. But now from here again, put as much as you want, but don't go to the extreme end. Don't overdo again, because this might be too much. Okay, so just do them so much from these processors. And then to the elephant of the day. People always think that if you have an amplifier volume put on half, then your speakers are safe. My friend, they are not even safe. It's even more dangerous, because you are limiting the capacity of the amplifier just by putting the volume half. So the amplifier is struggling to give more output, but it cannot tell itself to go maximum power. So what do? You have the right, as long as your volumes are fast down or your machines are off, you have the ability to go all the way. All right, go all the way if there is a match between your speakers and your amplifier. So if the amplifier is extremely too big and you do that, then your speaker might not survive. All right, so but if there's a match, then you are good to go. Minor again, pass. So this might turn out to be a comedy show. All right, so you have that ability. So look at what's happening now. So let's put some volume. Right. So let me just pass. It's okay. So I have a signal right now. I hope you guys can see it. Okay, so you would rather, so there we have it. Okay, you see it's green. We can go to plus 0 there. We have very clean sound. We have clean sound there. On this one we have done clear sound. We have clear sound. The output, if the output is not now enough, if you still feel like you need more, then now come to the gain. So you come to the gain as your last resort. This is the last resort. So you come and slowly try now to add up pole, slowly until now you have maximum of what you want. But never start from the gain going reverse. Always make it 0. So from here now you are gaining a clear sound. Boss, welcome. You are gaining a clear sound. So that's where you get distortion from. That's how you stop distortion, and that's how you save your speakers. In as much as we are selling speakers, as long as we are selling these amplifiers, we are not really happy to sell you these things, and we have you coming to buy them each and every single day. No. We want you guys to come buy them, but after they've served you for a long time, they've given you good service, then you can now come and buy them one more time. Okay, so I think that's it for today. That's distortion. I think I have if I've forgotten anything, I will most definitely come and do another video, but I hope I've given you a lot of distortion, clipping, and why you have your amplifiers blowing each and every time here and there. So that's the cause of distortion. So tomorrow again we might think of doing something called power. If your source of power is not sufficient, if you're using a generator that has fluctuating currencies, that's for another day. But for today, let's end the video there. Decibel Audio Kenya, thank you so much for your time. Subscribe YouTube guys. For those in TikTok, follow us and share our content as well. Let's share this information. We are here because we need to learn and we need to be better and we need to improve ourselves each and every single day. Thank you so much for your time. It's Decibel Audio Kenya. Cheers guys. Thank you. Sawa.